Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to another organization video. This time I'm not organizing any photo cards or doing anything with my binders. Today we are going to be organizing my shelf. This. So yes, welcome to a K-pop shelf organization video because it has been like a long time since I last organized this, and I've gotten a lot of things because there's been a lot of comebacks, and yeah, I just thought to organize this again because it's getting quite crowded and it's looking more like a bookshelf instead of what I want it to be. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I also have this huge stack of just K-pop albums that I've gotten that haven't been put away yet. There's like a bunch of Resonance albums in there and Fatal Love, and those have to find its way onto here. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So a quick overview of what I have going on for my shelf right now. There's not much that has changed, I guess, but of course we have the NCT section, which is about to grow because wow, I really went all out with NCT 2020. Yeah. And then I have my little ateez section, which hasn't changed much, but because ateez has such bulky albums, this small section isn't doing it for me because it's just like not displaying how I want it to look. I don't know what I'm feeling about that. And then of course my Monsta X section, that one's okay. It's a bit crowded now because I have a lot more things I want to showcase. Yeah, I also have their photo book and I have no idea where to put that. Yeah. And then down here is like miscellaneous albums and like random other things that I didn't have a place for, but I'm putting them on this shelf anyways. Also, last time I filmed this, I did not know how to get the right angles to like show me doing anything, and my tripod fell so much, so I hope that doesn't happen this time. This is what's going to happen. I'm just gonna empty out everything and then we will go from there. Alrighty, let's get it. Okay, so the shelf is now empty. I like dusted everything, tried to clean it, but now y'all can see the actual behind of the horrors of my shelf. Oh my god, it looks so busted. But here's the mess of albums I have to deal with today. I put like all of the paperish goods right over here just so that it wouldn't get like in the way. And then all of the albums are here. There's no order to this. I just laid it out on the comforter that I have. I don't know how I want to organize my shelf per se. Like, I most likely will just do it by group again, but I might stagger where I place the groups, if that makes sense. I don't know, you'll just see how I organize, I guess. Was thinking of organizing by color, as there's like kind of a color theme going on right now with all of these albums, but I just don't have enough groups that I collect albums for where I feel like that would be satisfying, so we're just gonna go with groups. And yeah, my plans are, I have like this huge top part here because that's the top of the shelf and the shelf does not reach up to there, but I was thinking of putting stuff up there. I don't know why, I just feel like it would look better if it went up to the wall or something, so that's what we're gonna start with. And then I kind of want to move whatever's up here down here, if that makes sense. None of this is making sense, I'm just realizing that. Let's just get started. I'm gonna play music again and we're just gonna organize. Yes. Okay, so for the top part, I really just put everything that was bulky up here. I used some extra NCT 2020 albums that I have just to add some like height to everything, and I put my light stick up here next to my Kihyun signed album just because, again, I felt like it looked nice. And then behind here, but behind Chewy, we have the Monsta X Light Stick version 2 box, because that box is really just square. And so I put it behind the stuffed animal so you can't really see it, but it's there in case I need it. And yeah, so moving on to this area. Okay, so we're going to ignore the fact that behind all of this, I have more NCT 2020 albums, but this is the best I could get my ateez shelf because it really is hard to work with the same measurements throughout every album, even though it might look very satisfying. To me, as a person who likes to display things, like, it doesn't work because this, I hate that that's the same height. And I have nothing to fill this area. So maybe if I have something to fill this area, it would look nicer, but for now, this is all I could do. So for NCT, it was a little bit easier just because there's not much to display for NCT, just because I only collect Wavy and Dreams albums. But one thing I have to say is I absolutely hate the We Are Young album. Like, what is this shape? Who told you can be this like extra long? I hated that, so I'm putting that over here. I'm still questioning if I want to put it like spine up, but you can see the pages, so I don't know. I really like Resonance, so I wanted to display that one at least because it's really cute. But yeah, don't question why I put those in that specific order. I really don't know. I actually think I put in one upside down, but we're gonna but moving on, we're gonna go on to Monsta X and see how it changes. Okay. So for Monsta X, this is what I have so far. As you can tell, I have a lot of extra albums, so I like try and stuff them back there. So back there I have like all of my All About Love albums because yeah. But this is what I have right now for Monsta X. I really like how the Fantasia albums look with that kind of stair thing going on. I wanted to have everything like a bit lifted. I don't know why. I just like it when most of the space is filled up. Yeah, so this is what I have going on. I also wanted to display like this kino, the Fantasia kino, just because I have the Fatal Love kino up there. So I thought might as well display another kino so like they're not just useless boxes. Monsta X really likes doing blues, so most of their albums have a bunch of blues, even Wano's albums over there. So I don't know, I just not coincidentally put all the blues together because all the reds and purplies up here match, I guess. So and yeah, I actually like how this looks. I don't know why. It kind of looks the same, I guess, but at least there's like more things facing outwards now. Especially here, like before, I had a bunch of albums stacked on top of each other, especially the Connect and things like that. But now at least they're like not stacked together, like they're sparsely located everywhere. So it's like, I don't know. I like how it looks. So this is my entire K-pop shelf now. I really like how it turned out. I did some adjusting here and there in between what I've been showing y'all, but it really looks kind of cute and I'm digging how everything is displayed. I'm glad that everything still fits, even though I had to make a whole entire new room up new area up there, but I really like it. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you what's on it. We're just gonna have a little shelf tour now. So this is the very top of my little K-pop shelf. And as you can see, I have some lights in my room, so I have no idea how this will look with the lights on, but I hope it looks cute. On this shelf, we have just a lot of big things that would not fit on the actual shelf part of the shelf, so it has to be on top. But I thought I'd take advantage of it and just start displaying a bunch of things that I really wanted to display. So here we have the Monsta X, Coma, and Siesta photo books. Behind this little Cacao Talk plushie is the box for my Monsta X Lightstick version 2. We have the Fantasia Kihyun M-Wave signed album, which I absolutely still love to this day. This sticker, it's Kihyun. He's 2020 young and rich, even though 2020 was a very weird year. But yes, we also have some NCT 2020 albums there. We're not going to talk about that. I have so many copies of this album, so I'm using the thickness of it to my advantage. Then we have a Stray Kids light stick from their Unlock concert here in LA, and it also has a little Jisung decal on it, which I love to death, so I displayed it up here. This is the box to my ateez fan club, the first fan kit. I really like it, and it's also very huge, so it's going up here. Then these are the BTS light stick photo cards. I don't have all of them. Me and my brother split them, so I have my tops in this little packet. But yeah, I thought I'd display Jin because... Then in this corner we have the Fatal Love Kino, because I decided I should display the Kinos because it would be a waste if I didn't display them because I don't play them. And then this is just an old tape player cassette that I have. I thought I'd display it up here just because I really like the aesthetic of it. But yes, this is my ateez section. Here we have the Fever albums, which are very bulky, and I was thinking of displaying them a specific way to see the gradient, but it just wouldn't work with the size of shelf that I have. And then this is an ateez signed album from their concert in LA. I actually won this, so that's always going to be on display because I love that to death. There's so many memories because of that. And then we have the first anniversary ateez album that's a little banged up, but it's okay. It's cute. I have basically all of the Treasure epilogue albums except for Answer, so this is how I'm going to display them. And then once I get the 2 Answer versions, this is going to change completely, but for now those are there. Then we have Ep 2 right here, and Wave and Illusion, and then once again NCT 2020 albums, but those are covered. And then right here, to also cover the NCT 2020 albums, I have the ateez light stick that I got at their concert once again, and then their KCON name tag. But yeah, that's it for the ateez section. It's very plain, but I really like how everything looks. At least it's cohesive, I guess. Thank you, KQ. Moving on to the NCT section. This is basically NCT Dream and Wavy plus 2020 because I did not stan NCT during Empathy era, even though I absolutely love Empathy era. So yes, so we have once again the 2020 albums here. I have one version lying down like this so I can have the albums raised and displayed, and the other version is behind all of these albums. I'm going to get a few more of the Departure version because it's so cute. So those are gonna go behind here because there's a huge space behind this album. But yeah, and then we have Wavy's Awaken the World here. This is the We Young album. I decided to display it like this because it absolutely is such a weird size. Why did you do that, SM? Over here, anyways, is My First and Last. This is We Go Up. This is the Takeoff album. This is the SM ad insert from My First and Last, but I decided to display it because it's so cute! Even though Jaemin isn't there, I just thought it would be some different colors. But behind that insert, we have the We Boom albums, we have Ride In, we have Take Over the Moon, the Arrival version to Renaissance Part 2, and then the Take Over the Moon sequel album. But that's all we have for NCT because Wavy and Dream don't have that many albums. What is taking up the bulk of this shelf is the 2020 albums. Here we have my Monsta X section of my shelf. It kind of looks the same, kind of not, so we're just gonna go through everything. I don't know if you can tell, but behind everything here are my extra Fatal Love albums, and then behind there are my extra All About Love albums. I don't even have extra All About Love albums. What am I saying? My All About Love albums are right there because I can't bear to display those. I will only display Kihyun's version just because. Here we have the Monsta X light stick. This is their first version. I really love displaying this box just because I really like the shape of the box, and it also says for mon bébé, and I absolutely love that, so that's always being displayed no matter what. And then we have the Fantasia Kino and the Fatal Love Kino right there. We have a little shark up there that is a littlest pet shop, but we're not going to talk about it because it's very cute, and Kihyun is now a shark as he claims to be, so we are putting a shark there. Then we have some of the Fantasia X albums right here. Those are in a little square shape because they fit perfectly like that, so they're staying like that. And then we have one of the Connect albums right here. We have one of the Beautiful version albums, the 2 Cold albums, and then these are all of the Fatal Love versions. Then holding everything up here, we have some X Clan version albums, just because, I don't know, the covers are cute, but they just have X's on them, and I displayed them before on my shelf, so I thought just to use them as space for now. And then these two, okay, sorry Kihyun, you're gonna be moved for now. But then holding up everything, we have the Guilty albums, Guilty and Innocent versions. Then we have 2 of the Are You There and 2 of the We Are Here albums, just to hold everything up. And yeah, then we have Kihyun's All About Love. Moving on to this blue section of my Monsta X shelf area. There's a lot of blue in this section, so it's now officially my blue section because no other group has this much blue, and I just never noticed how much blue Monsta X implements into their albums until I actually organize my shelves. But yes, so behind the Beautiful album, I have their Trespass album. Then we have a bunch of the Shine Forever like envelope things. I hate them, but they're back here. So are Wano's little things back here. And then Wano's lyric books are also back there, just to give some depth to the shelf. Also, I don't know how to display them because they're so thin, so they are back there. So what was covering them was the brilliant version of Monsta X's Beautiful album. This is a little puzzle piece slash photo card from one of my fan site slogans that they gave out as freebies, so I got that. We also have 2 of the Connect albums right here, and there's also one right here. And then right here we have the Rush albums, also in like a little staircase thing going on. We have the other 2 Are You There and We Are Here albums together over here. We have Wano's debut mini albums right here, and then Shine Forever in this corner, and then this is also a Shine Forever DVD. Then stacked up here we have the last version of Beautiful that I have, and then all of the Follow albums, and then this is the Follow Kino, and I'm thinking of displaying the little Kino out too, since I have all of the Kinos out, but we will see, because that is a lot of blue. So for this shelf, this is my Miscellaneous Shelf. I have a lot of Miscellaneous albums, but not as much as you would think I have. I usually buy Miscellaneous albums during conventions, or they're just albums that I happen to have. But because of quarantine, I haven't had a chance to buy some Miscellaneous groups yet. So yeah, we'll just go through these. These are some VIX albums. So we have the Kratos and the Zetos albums. These are X1's debut album and their only album. We have Very Very over here. This is their Very Chill album. And then this right here is a BTS album. Don't come for me because I don't know the versions, but this is Love Yourself Her, and it is version E. It's the one with the pizza photo cards, and I absolutely love those, so I went on a Target run one day and I grabbed it. And then here we have Boys de Capo. This is their pre-debut album, I think. I bought that because Shihun was my produce pick, so we have to support. This is a very, very postcard envelope thing going on right here. And this is Schumann's version of CBX. That was actually the first K-pop album I've ever bought, so I love that to death. And then behind here, I don't know if y'all saw me organizing, but there are some 5 Seconds of Summer albums back there to try and hold up these signed albums, but it's not working very well. So this is a newest signed album that I got from KCON. I won that during a random dance play, so that was very exciting. And then this is Chungha's signed album that I also got from KCON. And then holding those 2 up because they are way too tall to be stored vertically, we have Very Very's Variable album and Very Very's Very Us album. I absolutely love Very Very's discography. And then here is a Woong button from AB6 because we love and support Woong. Then down here by its lonesome on the left shelf is an Eau de Vix album along with my photocard albums. But yeah, that is it, and that is the entire shelf. So yes, I hope y'all enjoyed me storing and organizing once again my K-pop shelf. I feel like this is going to be a yearly thing just because it showcases my album collection, but it also gives me a chance to like do some dusting and cleaning and restoring of all my albums. So yeah, I really like how it turned out, and I'm glad y'all can be there to see how the process goes. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye now.